This is Kisumu City, the cleanest city in Kenya. Welcome to Gen Z today. My name is Orio Victor, a builder with over 20 years experience in the construction industry. I want to share some of those experience with you today. We are excited today. We are going to visit our American client, who also now is my friend, who is actually relocating to Kenya. He bought land and contracted us to build for him his house while he was still in America. Just hang out with us so that we can learn his experience of building in Kenya, the challenges, the good times, and also just the difference between how Americans and Kenyans design and build their homes. Welcome to the home. This is a 4-bedroom bungalow, guest and master en suite, 2 bedrooms sharing a common bath with a very spacious man cave and an extra breakfast area on top of the dining room. Welcome in. Our guest is already inside. This is an exciting and very interesting interview.
Hey, Jack. Guys, meet my friend. It's called Jack Lovelace. Um,
Welcome.
yeah, yes.
We are here with Jack Lovelace.
Welcome.
Yeah.
To my home.
This is Thank you. This is home now.
Karibu.
Yeah, you've had Karibu. Now, Jack. Maybe just a little history. Maybe you can tell us where you are coming from, and what you're doing here. Maybe
I'm here I'm creating a home for my family and my wife. Our kids are gone and grown now. We have grandkids now. But my wife, me and my wife been together for 18 years.
All right.
And
Congratulations.
yes, and she's native to Kenya. She's a Lul. I just wanted to repay her for all the years of being married to me in the U.S. and to bring it back home to her here. That's what my initial plan was to do. I bought this land from a family member of hers because it used to belong to her dad. So I wanted to keep something in the family. So I try to preserve that. And it's been about maybe 17 years since we owned this property, and we started developing
You
it.
bought it quite almost when you guys met.
We bought it after we got married, maybe a year after we got married, and I just wanted, when I saw the look on her face when we stepped on the property and the memory she had with her father, and the family was willing to part with it, let us buy it from them. I just knew this was the best place for her because it holds a lot of memory.
Okay, viewers. I personally met Jack 5 years ago through our pastor, who also, at least like when members of our church come from outside the country, normally they are normally sent by their home pastor to the visiting pastor. So there was that introduction, of course, and it also shown interest that they wanted to build a home for themselves, in as much as that they are residents and citizens of America, but they thought that they needed to put something for themselves at home in our country, Kenya, and specifically in Kisumu. So that's how we met. We discussed about. They already had a plan, so we just went through the plan, agreed on what they wanted to do, and then we had a deal, and that's how the project started. Now, Mr. Lovelace,
Yes.
the way we build our houses.
Wow, we formal now. We know each other. Mr. Lovelace.
The way we build our homes.
Yes.
Is it the same with the way you guys build in your country? And apart from that, also the challenges, are they the same or it's different?
It's different.
Yeah.
I mean, designs are similar. Materials would dictate what you can actually do. Um, I found out it was difficult for me at the beginning because I had a concept of still how they build in the U.S. And I in my mind I was trying to make it happen here. But then when I during the process, I realized that some of the things that will work there just don't quite work here, and as far as material wise and things like that. Over the years, it got better. But once you start a project, you kind of stuck in that model, what you're doing. Um, I like the concept of it because it's concrete, brick, blocks. Um, it was interesting working with it. Yes.
That's good. And I've also, this is important for viewers also to understand. Um, okay, I've worked also with the guys from abroad, specifically from America,
Hmm.
and I've noted also that the way you guys design your homes or your houses is a bit different. One thing that is common is that I find that, like, for us, I think maybe because we we took most of our system from the British, we find that our launch normally faces the front.
Mm.
Yeah, our launch faces the front, our master faces the front. So it's like the front where we have a lot of activity. Our backyard mostly is for airing clothes. You have your kitchen garden and other stuff. Like here where we are the launch at the backyard. This is the backyard. Yeah,
Mm.
and then there's a door that
Mm.
goes to the backyard. The master also faces the backyard.
Mm.
Then there's an entrance at the front side of from the gate.
But
Yeah.
in America, we adopted all different types of style of home.
Yeah.
So we don't really look at it like this is traditional front yard,
Yeah.
this is traditional backyard.
Yeah.
We look at what fits our lifestyle or what you like.
Yes. Yes.
So for this particular house, we really we want the front yard. It's just at the beginning, we had structures put in place to start,
Yeah.
but at the end results, we were going to have a nice front presenting yard, and our backyard is more for like you want to just relax. You don't really want to interact with a host of people. You just want to chill out place.
Yes.
Mainly for my wife, the
Yeah,
ladies'
people,
guests,
yeah.
because here in Kenya we notice that it's a very social.
We are very social.
It's very social.
We are very
So traditionally, they used to have like partition, like some homes have partition with bars and things like that. I didn't want that because I feel like like you imprison yourself. But I do understand the concept of it because if you have house workers inside, you want to kind of keep your family like safe and valuable, potentially safe from temptation of anything. But I find that a lot of the styles that's here I like. So, but
They are similar. Like most of the designs are similar.
yeah,
Terms
they
of
I noticed that when someone do something, everybody try to repeat. It repeats a lot. I like that. I like to be different. I like to be different and unique. But I like a lot of different things. I like the styles of Nigerian style homes and traditional. I like the Kenyan style home, but most of them was like colonial style homes. I like some designs that people come up with. I like the modern design. I like classic design. But I just try to find a feel for where I'm at, what I want. But this particular house has some of the elements of like I'm in the U.S. A ranch style home.
that point.
Yeah.
That point that you're mentioning is you're not the first client from US who has told me that. So there is even one I know is also watching. This was his take that Victor, I want a design that reflects where I'm living
Yeah.
in the States. Like I don't want to come to Kenya and feel like I'm in a very totally different house. I just want that feel of America also in Kenya. So that even when I bring the kids, apart from the environment that is different and everything, but generally the way the house flows from one room to another is similar. So in as much as you guys are different, but that is what you guys also share for most of the clients from America.
So when our vision was a collaboration, and so I want something of Kenyan, but at the same time, I want something that's a little bit more familiar to me.
Yeah.
So when I come in, it gave me a sense of like, yeah, I still got some home here, and so I feel like I'm marrying. My marriage is marrying the community, and then I didn't want to go up for two reasons because we're getting older. We want to be climbing a lot of stairs, and then also I wanted to preserve the scenery of the community. Even though some of the people around me built straight up,
They have gone up.
and the views that we were seeing is not quite the
Initially, the
same.
view was able to see.
I was able to see Victoria Lake from
Victoria.
now that some of my neighbors have built like multiple floors. It makes it difficult to see the scenery. Kenya is a very beautiful country, and and if you're able to get a piece of land here, or even leasehold land here, you don't have to own it or invest here or whatever. It's beautiful. It's just for me, you just trying to preserve the beauty in it, and just trying to blend in with what's around. You know, some people will take it too far. They just, but hey, it's Kenya. You get what you like. But what I do like is the community working together and embracing. And the community took a minute for them to get used to us, and for us to get used to them. But we have formed a relationship in the best way we can. As you have witnessed today, me and my neighbor had a slight disagreement, but then we solved that problem. We didn't have to go to court for anything. We said, listen, this is what we would like to do, and with respect, and they go on. And those are the things that I wish there was more like that in the U.S. And that's why I embrace Kenya. I love the U.S. I will hope that they will embrace the same idea as some Kenyans have done, because it brings the community together, and it's a strength that's there. So I'm a part of the Bola Bola community too as well. Ride bikes. I have a good relationship with them as well.
I remember the first time you used to use Boda Boda a lot, yeah?
Yeah, I used to use I used to use the Bola Bola.
Yeah.
I like them, but you guys, y'all got to learn how to ride bikes correctly. It's risky and dangerous. I've seen some accidents out here, and it's uncalled for, unnecessary risk. But I like these guys because they hustling. They're trying to make a living the best way they can. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, you'll love Kenya. But the first you will not experience the first time I came here if you hadn't been here. The airport wasn't so fantastic. I got out, it was smoggy. But I still loved it because when I looked around, I only saw me everywhere. I mean, I was so happy the first time I came here that I didn't want to leave. I took dirt with me from the land just to throw it in my front yard in the U.S.
Wow.
So that could connect the two properties.
You took land.
I took the dirt, soil
from Kenya,
threw it in my yard, so I can connect those two properties together.
Now that one shows your deep love for Kenya, which is good also, considering that like I remember the time I asked you, while most of us and most viewers will agree, most of us just aspire to go to America. We'll do anything and everything just to go to land of America. But here we have also Lovelace, who also is embracing, despite the fact that there's so much good things that is happening in America. There's so much development. There's so much. America is advanced. America is a go-to country. But being a humble man, he's still able to decide to come to Kenya, put up a structure, put up a home for himself, which also help us also. People like me now, you see, I got some source of income from this project. So Jack,
I have to say though,
yeah,
you saying that I know it's a lot of opportunities in the U.S.
yeah,
Is even more opportunity here in Kenya.
right,
It's just that I think I think that people think that if they leave here,
hmm,
it's going to be better for them because of the system.
yeah,
But I think that here with Kenyans, I think there has to be more people that are willing to create jobs
yes, yes,
and not depend on the government.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
I believe these days
yeah,
people are depending on the government to create all these jobs, but the jobs created by the community and the people that they know they need things and they create things.
yeah,
So everything you want is right here in Kenya.
you're right,
And it's more than what you want is in Kenya.
yeah,
But but I think the people abroad, that kings that went before, maybe sold them a broader dream
yes.
than the reality. And then when you get to the U.S., you'll find out you're gonna work just as hard or even harder. Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
my take is because I also deal with a lot of. My take is this: people in the diaspora, people outside this country, they put up more hours than
Mm.
us Kenyans. Because sometimes you talk to them, they'll tell you they are doing more than 12 hours a day,
Yes, that's true.
16 hours a day. Okay. Okay, there's the element of okay, they are working, okay, so they're able to get some money, but their money, the money is only valuable when converted back to Kenyan shillings. But when you take the money, the hours that you put up working every day, and the money, sometimes it's only enough to maintain your lifestyle
I, th- I think
locally there.
I think it don't matter where you go. There's going to be struggles. I mean,
Yes.
we struggle where we pay, the taxes and things like that. But it's going to be a struggle where you go.
Yeah.
I think for the most part, it's just the idea of people what they perceive money to be. For me, when I look at the notes, the currency, I don't see money. I change the narrative.
Yeah.
I see workers. I see workers that are going to go out and make other workers for me. So when I look at it that way, so in Kenya, so they say, well, I'm only making this amount of money. All right, so you only got this amount of workers. So then you start thinking that way. Then you say, okay, we're gonna put these workers to work. But you could also take workers and trade them out for food, trade them out for lodging, trade them out for drinks and relaxation. I mean, Kenya has the most relaxed country ever. I can. At the end of the day, it reminds me how the U.S. used to be back in the day. When on the weekend you may be a half day work, you may not work on Sundays. And everybody was either at the park, they're barbecuing, or they'll spend time with family and friends, and just socializing. But the U.S. has gotten to the point where people working 3 shifts. The roadways are constantly moving
Able to pay the bills.
just to pay the bills. Now you talking about socializing. If they work in the same schedule you work in, if they ever get off the holidays they want to get, it's a madhouse for especially for older people. They want to relax. Some used to go retire in Florida, more relaxed, it's a little slower pace, or they go to smaller towns. Some retire to the old towns they used to grow up in. It's a little slower pace. They're able to, adjust. I'm not saying that it's not it's a place that you can't thrive in. I'm just saying it's a certain type of people can make it,
Yeah.
and a certain type of people need to have.
The same way, the same principle applies also.
Yeah, same principle applies to any country you go to. I find the same thing every country I visit. Every person I talk to is the same. And I want to tell the viewer if they're okay if I say this controversial. Don't get caught up in tribalism.
Mm,
Anywhere in the world,
yeah.
your skin of color, you're black. Everywhere in the world,
Yeah.
and people have been treated all kinds of ways in the world.
Mm,
You have to be brave. You have to be honest, trustworthy, and can do what you say you're going to do, complete the task, you will grow. You'll grow. I mean, that's just a short thing, but just change the narrative. If you is the face value of it saying you looking at money and it's not moving for you, make it something that make it workers. Call it something else that you can relate it to. You're being moving forward. But but this country is great. I like it because it takes me back in time in the country. But I have this. I have everything I need here. The city, the food, the healthcare. Everything is here. Anything. I mean, the most educated country I've ever been in my life, where you have people that have the high degrees, they're just working just regular little job, but with high degrees. Because I believe that it's not enough people here thinking past just getting a job or creating jobs for others. Once they get to that point, there's a people out there doing it, creating. Foreigners come, they see the opportunity. I met a gentleman that's doing a rock quarry. He just saw people breaking rocks on the side of the road. He said, "Man, I need to do it." There's other quarries doing it.
Yeah, opportunities.
They're doing it, but it's also opportunity for even a startup. So he took that and started. He's from Canada.
So he bought
he leased. He built it.
Okay.
Had it built. He leased the property from the owner in agreement to break the rocks and sell them. He has a wonderful wife. She's from Germany. I mean, and it's inspiring I met them had dinner with them over the weekend. It was so inspiring because they come and don't know anybody, and just because of a visit, they saw opportunity, and it just talked to the local. And Kenya, by the way, is the best country to come to first because if you're from the U.S., they speak English. It makes it a little bit easier to understand the culture, the culture.
I think that's it. And I think that's it. And even for the viewers outside the country, I think you've heard what Jack has said. But Kenya is a beautiful place. And he's basically captured, in a nutshell, of the advantages of you coming to this country, coming to Kenya. For your information, he's in Kisumu. Kisumu should be the third largest city. Yeah, after Nairobi, Mombasa. So you can imagine the other cities also are much more developed. But he's here and he's able to do all that. Mr. Jack,
Yes.
I know you say that you want me to call him Mr. Jack.
Oh man, you know each other a long time.
If somebody wants to come, somebody from overseas wants to come and live in this country, what advice would you give him in terms of challenges and even or alternatively? Let me.
Is it someone that actually already been here, or someone who wants to come here and
someone who wants like a foreigner, who wants to come and build? What should he or he look for?
Well, I think the first thing you should do is come here and explore. Explore the areas that you would like to be in, because in different areas you got different climates. You got some areas that's much cooler. You got some areas more fertile, for growing. You got more dry areas if you rather be in a drier area. Um, I would think that would be the first thing to do, is to come and just travel and just see what you like.
Very important.
Yeah,
Very, very
very important. The second thing is, if you want to build, get with people that already built, such as myself and Victor here that's doing the podcast, I guess, interview, because it's challenging when you're trying to buy property here, and some people will say, "Oh man, you buy property here, you can only own it for 99 years, leasehold." Look at it like this. I mean, you're not going to live 99 years. And chances are your family that has the property going to renew it if they need to renew it. Just don't overbuild. If you're not going to be here living, then don't overbuild. Get with a group that's trying to do something, and you can just share it, or you can build it that way. I mean, it's some challenges now, in trying to own property here, and you're not a resident or you're not a citizen. But you need to check with the regulations of the government, and you can go to the websites in the country, and they give you some insight what you can and what you can't do. But as far as building, Victor is a really good guy. And he's a really good guy. I had to trust someone. I trust him to do different phases. He kept me on top of the phases that he was doing, and that we agreed upon. He stayed on task on it, and there's not many of them out there, but there are others out there that can do it. But I'm telling you, you got to have some good loyal people in your corner that has integrity. That's going to make sure your money's right. That's going to make sure that you got receipts. They verifying the work being done. Victor have done it. I mean, it have some challenges on materials and things like that. Some things you just can't control. For the most part, um, it worked out well. But if you come, it's different. Some companies like to be paid every week. Victor told me the way of things. I was very helpful, and but I found a way to work it out with Victor that I can balance out the combination of how we pay people out on doing jobs and how they doing jobs to do their employees. Because here it's quite different how they get paid, and usually it's like by the day.
You guys pay per hour?
By the job. The job we don't do by hour. I mean, now you work a regular job is by hour, but when we do a contract, it's about the contract is about the job. Whether you take your longer time to do it, it's on that contractor to foot that bill.
Yes.
It's best to stay on task. So we pay by the job. So that was a bit challenging at the beginning.
I know what you mean. Like sometimes you find somebody has done something, maybe not the way you agreed in terms of quantity, but he still wants to be paid maximum.
Exactly.
Yeah. But apart from that, I also noted that there are some things that you are not. Is it that you are not able to get in the country, or you just prefer that maybe those things you get them from abroad?
I found out that I'm learning from my own mistake, and then I pass it on to others so they don't have to do it. You can pretty much find everything you want in this country, and you probably can do the same thing in other country. It's just you got to really look for it, and they're there, and you're located. And I was surprised. I'm telling you, I bought some furniture and table and everything, and I brought it from the U.S. on a container. Paid the heavy tax levy that they put on me. It was a headache.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the new government going to work on getting that better.
Yep.
Also.
Sakaya's government.
But I found it here. A lot of stuff that made that brought from the U.S. Sometimes they're not even made in the U.S. Made in other countries, we just can get it quicker.
Yeah.
And then some say we get a better quality of it. It's a possibility. I don't know. I never researched that, but I did find out that you can buy a lot of things here that are high quality. Actually, I have a piece that I haven't even used it yet because it's. I don't know if Victor's going to show you around. I have a man cave that I hadn't finished, but I can show you the furniture that they have that's made in Kenya, and it's so high quality you would think it was I got it in the U.S. or somewhere else. But it's high quality stuff. So don't think that you don't get high quality stuff in Kenya. They can make high quality stuff, but you also got the ones that you got to search for that skilled worker, that skilled craftsmanship.
You have to do your due diligence.
Yes, but they're here. They are here, running strong. So don't feel like you got to bring everything. And then also sometimes you have an idea of bringing things in, and sometimes it's just best to use what's there. Yeah, what's on the ground. Like I brought my own tile here to do the floor. The wood look, I like it, but in the end of the day, if I can do it again, it would just be ceramic tiles because it's just the ease of it and the ability to replace if it's broken and all that stuff, and it's ready available in this country. I had to buy more materials just to store, just in case I have a problem. And also, don't be creative. Just because the builder's not used to doing a certain thing, and you bring something to the table, find a builder that's flexible. Because
Very important.
with Victor, it was very flexible. I was able to express my ideas of what I need to get done, and then also I opened the doors for creativity for him, so he didn't have to feel like I got to do it this way. So and he'll take you around the house. Uh, some of the elements he did outside, but a lot of the creativity, like the door iron doors, which I love. I mean, I get so many compliments of that door, and where it happened, and I'd be scared they're gonna uh, go ahead and take up all Victor time, and I can't use them anymore at the project. But the doors are wonderful. He designed the glass sliding doors, which is something he just had to create from scratch. If I gave him some creative uh, uh, um, things to do, and this open field. At first I was looking for vaulted ceiling, but now how he designed it, well, it makes it a little bit more cozier than what it was going to be before. Um, but the foundation and some people call it the bones of the place. It wouldn't. The other stuff wouldn't happen if it wasn't done correctly. Victor did a very wonderful job on making my walls straight, 90 degrees everywhere, everywhere. I mean, and trust me, I checked. I checked myself, but yeah, I know Victor will show you around. A lot of ideas I got from Kenyan, which we didn't do, like sinks in the dining room to wash your hand, but it makes sense. But at the time, I was like,
yeah, those are the things I was saying. They are a bit different.
Yes.
And there are some, but there are some that are practical.
Yeah.
Like I noted that remember the door from the master was coming from.
Yes. Victor changed some things.
And it's not only you. I know you're watching. His bedroom, his door from the bedroom was also landing into the lodge. Yeah. I'm telling you, boss, if you're building this house, especially this for your mother, I mean, that will be a problem.
Yeah,
but you guys are not. You guys are not social.
No.
House you can stay alone.
We social. I think because
okay, I thought social is because of the nature of how the environment is and the working ethics and stuff. You guys don't visit each other frequently. As opposed to us.
We visit each other.
Yeah.
And things like that. But for me, what I got out of it was like more respect for tradition.
Yeah.
So, like my mother-in-law comes. She when she comes, if she wants to stay, she can't stay on the same side as I do or the kids. She has to be on the whole other side of the house. And so we were.
She can also be comfortable.
We wasn't even intending to add another bathroom.
Yeah.
But we made sure we had the bathroom there. The whole in-law suite made it large enough, even for her to have a sitting area if she wants. But we hadn't, furnished it or anything like that. Then I had a man cave, which was supposed to be a 3-car garage. So we enclosed it so that if I have male friends or company, they traditionally, you don't want them interacting inside your main house with your wives, your workers and stuff. You have an area for them. They can be served. They can spend time. They can talk to you. Then you have the outside verandas. to be able to like socialize without having to be in the main area. Because I still want that feel of I'm not in prison with all the bars, even though it's necessary for outside for protection. Because everywhere has some type of danger.
And I like the idea of the man cave. Mostly even in Kenya.
Don't tell my wife that.
No.
We call it man cave, but women gonna take it. So even though it's a man cave, they gonna make it a woman cave sometime.
No, but the idea behind it is this. This is the beauty of the idea. Generally, even in the African setup, Kenyan setup, the home
belongs to the wife.
Woman.
It belongs to the wife.
It's to the wife because actually she's the one who decides how. If she wants to arrange all the seats on one side, she do that. The home is kind of
you ain't got no choice.
Yeah,
you just
so then we find that of course, okay, she may end up also maybe once in a while having visitors and stuff. Maybe you are around. And so if you don't have a place apart from the master bedroom, you don't have a place where you can go maybe and have your time. Maybe you want to watch TV, maybe you also have friends and stuff, but you want to be separate from the ladies, yeah? So you have a place where you can call your own at that time. But on the opposite, that still happen if you have your friends in the living room. Then it happens that also she has one or two friends. Then she also has a man cave. But remember, for us, this is how we women are different.
Definitely.
The way they socialize, yeah? The way they socialize. See, for us, if the house, if your friends come to visit you, and maybe they've come with their wives, automatically the women go to the kitchen, or go to the back veranda, then they do their own stuff there, they cook, they laugh, they do stuff. But also another setup sometimes in a home, if you don't have a man cave, you will find that in most of our rural areas, we have the gazebo. So you find men are sitting somewhere out there.
And that's also wonderful.
They do their own stuff. The food is brought from the main room to the gazebo there.
I think for doing that, first I started a garage, and then I said, no, I'm going to create a man cave. My wife agreed on it, and it's quite large. Victor's going to show you. It's unfinished, but I have furniture, but I got a bar and things like that because I want to be able to lock up like alcohol, spirits, things like that. But have an entertainment, have a large screen TV to go there just for entertainment, and I have entry and exit out of that area, so they don't have to come through the house. So if my wife decided we have couples come, maybe one couple come, we probably interact inside here, the main area. But if let's say we have a couple of couples come in, the men usually will escape and go out to the man cave. My wife has a section that she just for a few ladies she wants to just sit, or they'll sit here. Usually, I just try to keep close family in this area, or very close friend. I only have a few people that actually just that I bring into that fold. Everybody else will be outside, the man cave, or a future structure outside. There's an outdoor kitchen with a patio veranda out there open, so you can enjoy being outside. Because I like socializing with people. And sometimes I get surprised, even my neighbors. Hey, how you doing today? But you don't necessarily want to bring everybody into your home. You don't know who care about you or casing you. But that's everywhere. So that not just in Kenya, that's all over the world. But I tell you, if you're gonna build in Kenya, get with someone that already built. Victor been building here, and he also have an experience working with people that's foreign, and he's flexible. I'll be continuing to working with him, even with my other company, and I just started here because of the flexibility and the knowledge he have. I believe that he's a good choice. There's others out there, but you want to do your research. Um, but he understands. At least if you come from the U.S., if you're a Kenyan that moved to the U.S., been there for a while, he understands what you be asking. And from his experience, especially his experience for me was stressful for him because I put him through it. And we had our arguments, a creative design disagreement,
Yes, yes.
But he came to understand what my vision was, my wife's vision was.
I struggle. You know, our English is how can I say? Ours is just straightforward.
Hey, mine
The
is
American English is straightforward, but
mine's I think mine's broken English though.
no, it's really English. But the US accent, the way they pronounce things. So sometimes Jack would talk, and I'm like, okay. So sometimes you could talk and even laugh. So he's actually giving a joke. And me, I don't get the joke. So he's laughing. Then I was like, okay, maybe I can just laugh a bit just to support his.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
But with time, now that, especially initially, talking with you over the phone was a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
But you get to the system. Like when sometimes you could talk over the phone, so I have to put everything off, be alert and be attentive so that I can capture each and every detail, But because of the way the Americans talk, they kind of you may end up like they're swallowing some of the words, so you may not really grasp it.
Well,
but nowadays,
that's not all American. That's just me. I'm from the South,
yeah,
and sometimes we create our own words if we want. Our own slang, our own English style, but it's a proper way to say it, and we all there. We do say it, but then when we get in certain familiar areas, we choose to talk the certain way. Like when you come to Kenya, I learned quite a few slang ways of saying things and not. And
but that's how you've been brought up, and it's not a bad thing per se. Only that now people like us, like if you go to UK, their English, your English and the English is the same, and the way they pronounce things, the way they sound is a bit different.
Well, let's not go there. They say that there's a proper English. And I say that whatever where you are is proper for whatever you are.
Exactly.
So that's when I came to Kenya. It's very hard for me to distinguish between Swahili, Luo, all the different colleges, all the different types of tribal language.
Yes.
I tend to stick to English and trying to learn more of Swahili because it's more universal, Africa. So the Swahili part. But being that if you've never been to Africa and you just want to know some things that you probably won't figure out right away, go somewhere they speak a little English. That way they'll tell you because you could be putting yourself in dangerous situation because you didn't understand the language. But over time, you'll learn it. But every time I leave, I forget some stuff. I come back, I get reminded, and then
But language is easy
when you hear.
But eventually, we hope you will come and settle in Kenya.
Oh, that's my intention.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this just so I can just come and visit.
Yeah.
I'm doing them. So I had to create a business. Either I had to retire and stockpile money in the bank to satisfy the government, or just start a business and then do something that you like to do. Help people if they want to build, they want to invest, they want to do whatever, and then keep the money flowing here. Keep the money. If people in the U.S. want to invest, boom, yes, we can connect. If people in the Kenya want to invest in the U.S., yes, we can connect. We can be the link.
Yeah.
And I think that that from the Gen Z's demonstration, making a prime time to unite all African people of color. Matter of fact, unite the whole world actually, because that they were promoting non-tribalism.
Yeah.
To me, that's just saying no racism, no tribe and tribalism, I mean, we're not talking about your sexual orientation, whether you're gay, lesbian, whatever. We're talking about human rights, humans being in all. Not for because you belong to a particular group, but for you to be able to go and pursue what you need to do and be happy. That's okay, but not to impose. I don't go. I don't come here and say, "Let's do this American way," and I'm in Kenya. This is Kenya. What's Kenyan way?
And I like that about you, Jack. You didn't remind us. You know that people, there are times when you work with them because now they've been there for so long, and it's not in a bad way, but they keep on referring. So it's like they're having a disconnect between their culture and the culture. So and sometimes they clash. But I remember with you, you are not reminding us about how you do things there versus how we do things here. You are just softly, just pushing your agenda. Just I want this like this because of A, B, C, D. Yeah, yeah. So I think that's okay.
So I want to say,
Mhm,
um, when you in someone else's country,
mhm,
you have to look around and see what you can do within what they put together.
mhm.
Because it's not Kenya is not the U.S.
Yeah.
The U.S. is not Kenya.
Mhm.
When Kenyans come to the U.S., a lot of them do the same thing. We don't do that where we come from. But where are you?
Yeah.
You're in America now,
Mhm.
and they have adopted the American way and some Kenyan ways. Even with religion and things like that. So when you come here, treat it the same way.
Yeah.
If you want to flip it, think of Kenya like it's in America. You come there, what the Kenyans do. Then, so, you can adopt some of the ways if it's beneficial.
Yeah.
If it's not beneficial, you're still free to do
To do the other stuff.
your stuff you want on your own property.
That's good.
Yeah, so just respect everyone's boundaries, and that's what I like about Kenya because you don't have to go to court.
Yeah.
You just talk to each other. I'm sorry to keep
No,
you
that's
talking
fine.
so much,
No,
but
it's all, it's okay.
but if you would just talk to Victor, give him a call. If you want to talk to me, Jack Lovelace, and you want to find out more about it, I'm not going to announce my company on his channel right now because this is his.
Slide it.
But I can slide it later.
Yeah.
And if you want, just call Victor and contact with us. We do work. We will work with him regardless, because I like his integrity and his ability to work with you and fast and flexible. So just tell him, if you want to use him, just tell him what you want, draw the picture out, and be patient because he has his own idea of things they're doing, and also they have their own protocols on how they build certain things. So you have to understand how they're going to work. He's going to do everything in his power to make your dream come out the way you want within the boundaries of what's allowed in this country.
So if you are outside the country, you are overseas, and you want to build in Kenya, Jack Lovely is here. If you want his contact, I'm saying Jack because it can be an easier entry for you. He's a guy from outside country. Now we are now assimilating him. We'll soon. What name will you wish us to call you? Omondi Otieno or?
I'm Jack Lovelace.
No, we will add.
But I've been known to be called Otis. So
Yeah. So basically, you can get in touch with Jack. Want any information about how to build in this country? What are the challenges? How did he go about building his own house? And how he can assist you if you also want to build. He is still here. Get in touch too.
I'm gonna
Comment
I'm gonna
comment section.
I would tell you the number on the line, but I'm gonna leave the number to Victor to call me.
Yeah. Jack, thank you so much for hosting me
Hey, no problem.
in Urgency today.
Thank you guys.
Today Urgency today was in Jack's Lovely's. Jack Lovely's